What is this place?
The monolith. You opened it, and we came.
I want to apologize.
Your orders are simple. Only use infantry for combat. Heroes are allowed. Commanders must lead their men from the front. Honorary infantry such as demons or humanoid mechs may be used as needed. We are not responsible for our allies. Accidents are allowed. If a vehicle fires without authorization, you will not be penalized. There is no time for weakness. The run will be done on hard difficulty. Dark Crusade functions differently from the previous expansion. We have the option of choosing 1 out of 7 factions to conquer the planet of Cronus. The choices are the Imperial Guard, the Space Marines, the Eldar, the Orcs, Chaos, and 2 new factions, the Necrons and the Tau. The Necrons are an ancient race of undead robots who have long abandoned their tainted flesh and seek only to wipe out all organic life. The Tau are comparatively younger, being a multi-ethnic empire obsessed with forcing its philosophy of the greater good upon the rest of the galaxy. As the rest of the games have already given the option to play as 5 of these factions, and since Dark Crusade will be much longer than Winter Assault, we will only play as either the Necrons or the Tau. Hopefully the Emperor will choose the least heretical option.
Woohoo!
Emperor, help us.
The origins of the Necron come from the Necrontyr, former servants of ancient gods. In return for power and immortality, we shed our original bodies to become soulless automatons. Though we have slept for countless ages, the taint of life has once again come to Cronus. This error must be rectified. The Necrons function differently from other races in that we do not require requisition, only power. Strategic points are instead used to accelerate our production and increase our army size. They also serve as sites for teleportation, a useful tool due to the limited mobility of our forms. A race of godlike machines, and they couldn't invent lubricant. Dark Crusade functions similar to Risk. This map consists of 25 provinces, with each faction controlling a stronghold. Should a stronghold fall, that army will be driven from the planet. Provinces can be seized through battle and can change hands numerous times. For each province controlled, we gain extra resources and occasionally new units and powers to exterminate the living. Due to the non-linear nature of our conquest, it would be prudent to simply chronicle the final destruction of each enemy. Ironic that our ancient enemies would fall so soon in battle. We did not even need to battle the Eldari, as the Orcs dealt with them for us.
Soulless automatons. You cannot prevail against chaos. Your soul is gone.
Say something!
Under Eliphas the Inheritor, the forces of chaos are formidable. Using a rift to the warp, they continuously spew reinforcements onto the planet. The approaches are defended by several towers to Khorne, which purge all living things around them, including our warriors. Somehow, regardless, our forces should suffice against their sorcery. At this point, we have access to warriors, immortals, and flayed ones. Warriors excel against infantry, immortals excel against vehicles, and flayed ones can be summoned anywhere on the battlefield. The biggest challenge is traversing the Khorne towers. However, teleportation and mass resurrection prove valuable counters. While Elevus sends a bloodthirster, we defeated with our Nightbringer. After retrieving several pariahs, we stop the blood pulses and push into his stronghold. After destroying the portal, the Inheritor inherits death, and the Chaos Invasion is purged.
Death has arrived. We come for you. Death? You look more like a human who needs some feeding, metal boy.
The Orc Fortress is formidable, which is why we allow the Imperial Guard to deal with the Greenskins for us. Let life claim life. To ensure humanity's plague cannot entrench itself further, we secure the ruins of the old Orc stronghold and begin seizing territories in the center. The most notable territory we attack is the spaceport, which allowed the Imperial Guard to circumvent the Orc defenses. To seize it, we must locate 6 servitors to examine. Using the expert tactic of rushing the Imperial bases, we seize the map and secure the port. With this province secured, we strike at locations across the continent, allowing us to expand our reach to the north and west. Though the remaining provinces are well defended, time is a concern of the living. The remaining strongholds boast significant defenses, so we target the outlying territories. The old Eldar stronghold is held by the surviving Orcs, but falls to the expert tactic of sacrificing automatons and sneaking the Necron Lord behind their lines. Next, we head to Iberian Peaks, Eris Badlands, where we must sacrifice blood to the Blood God. Despite Necrons being lifeless robots, apparently they still count as sacrifices too. Perhaps Khorne likes his blood green now. Afterwards, we seize the Vandian coast, though the objective requires power through the expert tactic of wiping out all life on the map. The province falls anyway. With our boasted ranks, we push the Tau back to their stronghold.
Death has come for you, Space Marine.
We are the Emperor's finest. We will not fall to you, alien.
The Blood Ravens under Captain Thule are entrenched in northern Vandia on a ridge, with secondary outposts to deploy reinforcements and bombard us from orbit. After repelling the initial attack, we overrun the orbital relay, giving us access to the weapons. We test them out on some snow. Afterwards, we clear the forward base and send dozens of flayed ones against their relic, setting the stage for the final assault. The Astartes fight fiercely, but even flame with us to cold. And spamming, lots and lots of spamming. The final stronghold falls and the Blood Ravens flee.
Enemies of the Imperium, hear me. You have come here to die. The immortal Emperor is with us, and we are.
The remnants of the Imperial Guard await at Victory Bay. Their positions are well fortified, with forward bases, artillery, and a Titan cannon to support. After purging the initial counterattack, we spend the next 2 hours blasting through bases, artillery, and the Titan's cannon. Over time, the Honor Guard is replaced with a tide of flayed ones, a mimicry of the Guard's mobilization of mediocre meat shields. To aid in our march, we eliminate the 5th Company's Commissar, providing a temporary buffer as the living do what they do best: purge the living. After disabling the Titan cannon and establishing a forward base, we eliminate the remaining enemy holdings. With the tried and true tactic of sacrificing automatons at the front and sneaking our lord in the rear, the Guard falls to our onslaught.
You are made of stupid.
The fall of Victory Bay means only the Tau stand in our way. Their remaining forces are entrenched in the city of Oresh Tashin. Stealth teams watch the streets from above, while armored units and Kroot auxiliaries guard the flanks. The so-called greater good decimates our honor guard, but fails to finish off our base. To advance into the city, our lord clears the buildings of stealth teams and eliminates the Groot outpost. The Tau fight valiantly, though valor is but vanity in the void. Eventually, their armored base falls and our march reaches their headquarters. Our main target is the ethereal O'Neill. Slay him and the defenders will break. Casualties are high, but the steady march of time wears away at our foes as it has in ages past. Once the ethereal is surrounded, our forces eliminate him and claim Cronus for the Necrons. All traces of life are extinguished. Such is the will of the Nightbringer. So can one beat Dark Crusade with infantry only? Yes. Though not every province was captured and not every foe was terminated by our hand, it is indeed possible to conquer Cronus with infantry. Remember, pathetic. Sign up for early access, work-in-progress updates, ad-free videos, and to motivate us to create more content. Or don't. Payment and motivation are a concern of the living. Shoutouts to Time, Gladys Marino, Appy Ackridge, Jen Tuong, Michael Phillips, and Mike Pierce for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and urge all life from the galaxy for some peace and quiet.